A very good morning to you, Crafty Loft. It's Sunday, the 31st of May. I got so much to show you today. I'm really excited about today's project because this has been one of my pet projects, I guess. I love working with rainbow and ombre colors, and we're going to make an ombre herringbone tubular bracelet. I love, let me just take a sip of my coffee. I just made this coffee. So it's nice and hot. They look really, really great. I'm going to turn you around and show them to you on the mat because they look really, really great. Good morning, Edward, Maxine, and Tida. Oh, there's so many of you lovely ladies and gentlemen here. Morning, Lucy, Judith, all of you. Right. Some of you, good morning, Sheen, Chris, some of you have been asking if we can make some seed bead packs. So we did listen. It takes a couple of weeks, I guess, for us to sort out things, but I have sorted out some really lovely rainbow packs and they will be on the website today. So I'll show you, I'm going to turn you down and show you them because they look really, really great. Just turn the light on here, turn the camera around, put it in the lighting rig, sorry, wobbling the camera a little bit. Right, so the rainbow seed beads we have created 4 different packs on the website because let me just take this down a little bit, just a little bit closer. That's it. Morning, Joe. Morning, Adelina. Morning, Doris, Andrea, Gwen. Oh, Alison saying another lovely day for beading. Morning, Alison. Morning, Dan. So yesterday I did go back and I beaded in the sun. Now what happened is that I got even more sunburned than I was the day before. So today definitely there is not going to be any sunbathing for me whatsoever. I'm going to have to do beading indoors. But actually I'm going to pop into the warehouse later on this afternoon because I want to sort out a few things there. So yes, and yesterday I have to say I'm sorry actually, because I told everybody I'm gonna do a Facebook Live at 7 p.m. on my Facebook page, and then I got so engrossed, I got so caught up doing these bracelets that I completely forgot what I was supposed to do or what time it was, and it was about 11 o'clock when I went up last night to bed, and I got ready for bed, got into bed, and I realized, oh no, I forgot to do the Facebook Live. Did this ever happen to you that you were supposed to do something, but you were doing something like really fun and just completely forgot about it, what you were supposed to do? Do let me know, because I'm hoping I'm not the only one who can get so lost in beading and just completely forgot about what I was supposed to do or what, certain times. But for tonight, I'm going to do it tonight at 7 p.m. I set an alarm on my phone. So Doris said, thought I missed you and searched for you everywhere. I'm so sorry, Doris. No, it was me. It was me beading and forgetting about everything existing around me. And for tonight, I set an alarm on my phone, so I'll be there tonight, and I'm gonna change it to Sunday nights because Saturday night is always crazy in our household. Right, so let's get just started. So the rainbow packs, so I decided to do 4 different ones because we know all of us like the same finished beads, and actually this one is a frosted finish. So I thought this would be perhaps better to do if you were doing male jewelry or something, like, a lot of you doing stuff for the NHS, a lot of rainbow bracelets, and trying to do sort of all this. I've seen so many lovely things what you've been doing with rainbows at the moment. So I wanted to have, which is this one here, a matte finish rainbow color seed bead set, because it's not just for male, I guess, but when you're working with sort of these nice matte finishes, it's I think, each one of us prefer different packs of seed beads, but then I went and seen these lovely pastel colors, so I had to make one with pastel colors as well. And then we had this ones already, the silver lined ones, and the rainbow, which Simon was laughing me because it's these lovely seed beads on down this line has got an AB finish. So the AB rainbow beads, I call them rainbow because they got like a rainbow finish on them already, and then we put them in the rainbow colors. So your silver lined and your AB rainbow is more sort of, I try to match the colors up. So you got a couple of purple colors here, your violet and your sort of indigo going into the purple, and then you got your blue. With the pastel and the matte finish, what I did is I put more sort of a couple of more blue shades in there, and you still got your violet right down at the bottom and bring it out a bit, but that's why I thought perhaps the matte finish will fit more sort of, sorry, wobbling the camera, more sort of male jewelry as well. So let me put these to the side. I have to be very careful because I haven't got the tops on my tubs here, and I really don't want to drop this. There's so much seed beads in there. Simply put them down. So right, let me just go to your lovely comments, and then I'm gonna properly show you all these lovely samples what I've been working on, and I couldn't get myself away from them yesterday. They're just really, really gorgeous. I love the ombre colors. When we got the beads in last week on Thursday, we had to go into the warehouse to get them, and my Lucy, who's 13, she was, I'm not joking, she was playing for about half an hour with the seed beads in the bags, putting them in the different colorways and color bundles and everything you can imagine that which color would go very well with what. Right, Nat is saying, good morning, Kitty. I'm working hard today. Oh, lovely. I hope you're right. Nat's one of our local ones. She lives in Colchester, but sometimes she works in Clacton or our way as well. Leslie saying, finally got to watch you live. Oh, lovely. Diane saying, wish I known you were doing this, been trying to collect the colors. Yes, so I think it was Kieran as well who asked, and a couple of others asked if he can do seed bead bundles, because obviously do you want to, sometimes some colors are available on the website, but not all the same finishes available in sort of a rainbow way, so that's why I wanted to make sure I get them in. Jenny's asking, are these craft seed beads or popper ones? No, they are Toho. The rainbow bundles are all size 11 Toho seed beads, so they are a really high, good quality. They are from Japan, and they're really, you know, I can see I'm going blurry there myself. Let me just have a look. Maybe. Sometimes I have... I'm gonna take you out just for a sec. Just bear with me 1 sec. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Sometimes what happens, if you have a little bit of, I'm gonna have to clean the lens. I'm just gonna do it with my shirt here, because sometimes what happens, if you have a little bit of dust or something on the camera lens itself, then the camera keep trying to focus, but I think we are good. So let's try it again. I'm gonna put you back and turn it around. Sorry about this, and see if this is gonna be better. Are we still going blurry, or are we all right? Let me know. Diane is asking, anyone know how long to make for a slight 10-year-old? It really depends on the size, because my Lucy, she's 13, but she's definitely skin and bones, bless her. She's so thin that clothes, she's still got clothes which we bought her when she was 8, and it still fits her. Obviously they're a little bit shorter, but they still fit her. I would sort of say, we're still going blurry, aren't we? Is everybody, good morning Kitty, okay for now? Looks good now. I can still see blurry on my laptop. I can't see blurry here. If I move this down a little bit, does that make... I'm really so sorry about it, but I think it's Sunday, and a lot of people on the internet on Sunday. Are we okay now? I think it's cleared up a little bit. If it gets blurry again, let me know and I try to sort of remedy it. Right, so we have created those seed bead blacks. Let me just show you, if you are new to us, if you go on our website, which is totallybeads.co.uk, and on the left hand side, or if you click on the categories at the top, you get a column which says Facebook tutorials. If you click on that, that's gonna bring up this page. So this is what we're doing today. We're gonna do the rainbow herringbone, but we've done so many of them in the past 10 weeks now. I keep saying 7 weeks, but actually it's been 10 weeks. There is so many tutorials on there, and once you go into one of them, so this is, which one shall we go? Let's go into Sarah's ball chain one. And if you press on the Facebook page at the top, it will take you to the video itself where she was making them and showing you how to make it. So let's just go back. I'm going to go into today's one. So today's, you have the free download there as well. So do share the video so all your friends and family or any, you know, crafty friends, you can, the free PDF download today. You have to put in your basket and then you have to check out and it will be automatically emailed to you. June is asking, what is the difference between Toho beads and Miyuki beads, please? I'll let you know just in a minute. Let me just finish with this and I'll explain it to you. So there is your rainbow packs as well. You can get them. The price is slightly discounted because you're gonna get the 7 bags, 7 times 10 gram bags of these at the price of 6. And then we also created this lovely ombre beads. Now these one working with size 8, which is what I'm gonna show you today and demo it how you can make your lovely bracelet. So which color shall we work with? This is the aqua to teal. This is one of my favorites. As you can see, I couldn't stop myself and I finished the whole of the bracelets, and the rest of them I just set up. I'm probably 3/4 of the way through each one of them, but I was here until 11 o'clock last night. I wanted to do a little sample of each one of them so you can really see the colors. So let me know which color do you want me to demo. So this is aqua to teal. This one is yellow, sort of a creamy color to red. Then you got pink to rose. I love this color as well. You got clear to blue. And we got purple to violet as well. I love the purple one as well. It's a really lovely. Shall we do the purple one? I'm sorry, I can't see it. The people say, oh, a lot of people saying the aqua. So let's go with the aqua. That shows quite nicely up on the camera as well. And I think aqua might have been the first. Doris said it. So let me just pop this to the side. I'm going to get the seed beads out. And so once we start making, I can explain all the difference between the seed beads. So in the kit, there is 5 different colors of seed beads. Now, these are size 8, so they're just slightly a little bit bigger than your size 11s. So if you want to put it in metric, your size 11 is approximately about 2.2 millimeter. These size 8 ones are 3 millimeter, and your size 6s, which is even bigger than these, and I'm going to show you because we're going to use a couple. Let's just tip a little bit back because I got a bit too much, and you know me, the seed beads are going to fly everywhere. I just want to make sure you can see all 5 colors because it's such a lovely sort of, sorry, wobbling the camera again, and this lovely sort of sage green, minty green as well. And then we're going into the teal. Lovely, lovely color. I love it. Maybe if I do it that way, it'll be easier. So make sure when you're working with these kits that you don't mix up your seed beads because it's just a tiny little shade difference between the two. So if you mix them up, you might not be able to see that which one is which. You need a really good light. Right, so I'm just going to thread my needle up. Now, the way how we're going to start this bracelet, you start, or if you want to, you can turn it into a necklace as well. You're going to start on one side, and then you're going to work all the way through the other end. You can't really start in the middle because you need sort of a little bit of base to start with, to start your stitch with. And you don't really want to have somewhere along in the middle a couple of seed beads which is like sort of stuck together, a couple of rows. So we're going to start at one end and work our way all the way across. It's really easy, and I find it much easier to start with the clasp itself. So I'm just going to grab an end. I'm using a little toggle clasp for these ones. I love toggle clasps because they are really secure. They're quite easy to put on and quite easy to take off as well. Anyone downloaded the PDF and it is flat rather than the tubular herringbone? I will have a look into that. If Simon, if you're watching, because usually he's watching, but he's in the warehouse today working, can you just check that? Because he might have added the wrong file there. So we're going to need a couple of size 6 seed beads. So size 6 is our 4mm seed bead. And that's the largest one, what people usually stock. So just said they're nice, quite nice and big ones. We could add size 8 at the end here, but... if I show you like that, you can see it better. Because we're just adding those couple of seed beads larger at the top, it just makes a nicer and neater finish. I think it's a more professional finish. So we're going to start with, I think my camera is sinking. Oh dear, it's Sunday. So we're going to start with, we're going to pick up 2 of our size 6 seed beads, and that's all we need. Then we're going to go through the loop on our toggle clasp. You can do it with magnetic clasp as well if you wish. Then you would have to go through a loop on the magnetic clasp. Now I'm just going to wrap the end around my finger, the tail end, just to sort of suspend my work in my hands. And as I'm coming out of the loop of the toggle clasp, I'm going to go back towards my tail, both of those seed beads. And now I'm going to start my weave. So I'm going to pick up my first color. Let's call this color A, which is the darkest one of the teal. And I'm going to go straight back down those 2 size 6 seed beads and the loop on the clasp as well. I'm going to pull these up nice and tight. So those 2 just going to sit at the top there. Then again, I'm going to go back up through these 2 size 6s. I'm going to pick up another 2 of color A, and quite simply I'm just going to repeat what I did. I'm going to come back down through the 2 size 6s and the loop on the clasp. When they get on the top, if they don't sit the way you want to sit, just tap on them and that's it. It's gonna they're gonna fall into place. Now we're gonna go back up the 2 of the size 6, and we're gonna have to go into 1 of our size 8 as well now, because we're gonna start our weave. So the pattern I'm gonna do here is this one, where we're using 2 rows of the same color before we go on to the next color. You can blend your color whichever you like. This one just sort of 1 row per color, and I was going backwards and forwards on my color, creating this lovely blending effect. So this is where you're going to start your stitching. I'm going to turn this and hold it by the clasp. So as you can see, we got, if you look at it from above, you got 4 seed beads sitting just there. So what we need to do, I like to always turn it so my thread is coming out of the top right hand corner. And as you're coming out of that thread, it doesn't matter if you're going to work clockwise or if you're going to work anti-clockwise, as long as you keep going around the same way. Oh, Jenny's saying, yes, the PDF is for flat, not tubular. I will get Simon to change this, and if he's not watching, then later on you can download the tubular one, no problem. The tubular, the tubular one is for, the instruction is for the size 11 ones, but it's exactly the same with the size 8s as well. You're just using larger seed beads, but I will show you the size 11s in a minute because there is a couple of different ways you can do it. So I'm going to do them straight, and then I'm going to show them how to do them slightly sort of twisted as well. So pick up a couple of colorway. As you're coming at your top right hand corner, you're going to go down towards your clasp on the bottom right hand corner. Then straight away, without adding any seed beads, we're going to come up the bottom left hand corner. Once we added a few beads, it's really going to fall into place. Then I'm going to pick up another 2 colorway. I'm going to turn this, so I'm doing the same thing, I suppose, over again. So my thread is coming out on the top right. I'm going to go through the bottom right, pull this up, so there are 2 seed beads are going to sit right on the top. Now, if you want a slightly twisted version, you're going to go to 1 seed bead, but I'll show you that later. I want the straight version, so this time I'm going to go up through 2 of my seed beads on the bottom left hand side. That's it, just pull this tight. So we're just starting the stitch. Once I'm going to get rid of this bobbin, so I'm just going to leave probably about 8 inches of tail there. And then I'm going to move on to the next color. And when we move on to the next color, once we finish that color, it's going to start turning to pull itself into a tubular shape. So I'm coming out to top right. I'm just going to go down at the bottom right, but only through 1 seed bead. Pull this up. Then I'm gonna come up to only 1 seed bead here. Then turn. I'm gonna pick up 2, go down 1, and come up 2, and pull this tight. And now, as I'm pulling it tight, you can see that bottom row, the second row is pulling together. And again, I'm going to pick up 2 color B, come down, go up 1, then turn, pick up 2 color Bs, come down 1, and go up 2. So one side, you're going down 1 and coming up 1. On the other side, you're going down 1 and coming up 2. And that's how you create the straight version with this. Lucy's saying, I really hope I can make one of these. It looks complicated. It's not complicated at all. Once you get into it, it's really easy because you're working with only the top seed beads. So let me just do a couple more stitches. So we have got a little bit of growth there, and then I can show you that it's really easy to work with because I'm only working with the top 4 seed beads at all times. So I'm just adding, I'm on color C now, I'm adding the last 2. So we got a little bit of length here now. So we've got 3 colors going on already. Sort of blending down from the darker one to the lighter one. And we're going to carry on with exactly the same stitches. So I'm going to show you one more time. I'm on color D now, so I'm going into my aqua now. So I'm coming at the top right hand corner. I'm only paying attention, these 4 seed beads here. Top right, going through the bottom right, only going through 1 seed bead. I'm sewing down, so I sewed down just 1 seed bead. Then I'm gonna go up just 1 seed bead, pull this up. Then I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna pick up 2 color D, again, come down the next one and I'm gonna go up 2. But you can see if you go wrong, because if you look at the stitch itself, and one side the thread only goes through the bottom, and on the other edge the thread goes at the top, and then the next side again it's on the bottom, the next side it's on the top. Yina's saying, problem I have is my fingers are not that nimble. Oh, well, my fingers are not that nimble either, I have to tell you. Like, sometimes when I've been beading for days, I'll always say I got a cake. Well, I picked up the wrong color here. We need another color, another row of the color D there. So I'll just unpick this quickly. Some days when I have been beading for quite a few days, I get so much aches in my fingers. So again, once I get into the rhythm, I can sort of stitch up and down within the same motion, making my beading a little bit quicker. So I will stitch up and then I will stitch down and then stitch up. So I'm going down 1 and up 2, and then turn to make your, because using size 8s as well here, it grows quite quickly. Dan is saying, I love it, but not done for ages. Margaret saying, I love this, but haven't tried it yet. Do try it, because it's such a lovely sort of, one of my TV stitches, I guess. Especially if you're only doing it in one color, you don't really need to pay attention. And I'll show you the twisted version in a minute with the size 11 seed beads. With there, you're doing the same stitch over and again on both sides. So here, because we want the straight version, we're going down 1, coming up 1, then going down 1 and coming up 2. You have to sort of really not too much, but play a little bit of attention which side you are on. But with the twisted version, you can just keep going on, because you're doing the same thing over again like you would do it with brush and spiral. There's no stepping up there. Jenny's saying blurring is coming in and out. I am so sorry. I'm not really sure what's going on, if it's my internet connection or perhaps it's yours. My screen, I can see it quite well, but what I usually do when I finish the video, I do upload this in HD, and then if you watch it back, then that perhaps will give you a better quality of video. I think this is the trouble with Facebook, that if there's a lot of people on there, the quality sometimes can be a little bit tricky. Simon just put a post on there saying, hi everyone, the Cora file has now been uploaded to the website. You can now add it to your baskets again. Sorry about it. I think because we have so many, oh my God, we have hundreds and hundreds of different kits and instructions and files, a whole pile of them. Sometimes it's tricky to find, because I said to Simon, we're doing herringbone, and I think he probably just searched for the herringbone and put it in there, but didn't realize we did a flat version as well. Right, so going back to the seed beads to explain you the different quality of the seed beads. We do sell craft seed beads as well on the website. They are your uneven seed beads. They are perfect for a lot of projects, and especially if when you need volume and you want to make something which is not sort of stitching, but maybe for stringing, or I would do free-form peyote with them, because they're perfect for that. But they are, or if you want to do plaiting, they're perfect for that as well, the craft seed beads. So in the craft seed beads, I would say maybe 30-40% of the beads are uneven. And if you want to do stitching with it, well, you can, but you really have to pick through your beads, which can be really annoying and time consuming as well. So we do stock Toho, this is Toho what I'm working with, And Toho is a Japanese seed bead. It's really high quality. There is 3 different factories in Japan who manufacture seed beads. So you got, well, 3 well-known one, I guess. So you got Toho, you got Miyuki, and you got Magatama's. Magatama's is sort of a cheaper quality to Toho, I guess. They're not as even, hence their price can be a little bit cheaper for Magatama's, but I didn't really... I have used them before, but I didn't really like to use them that much. Miyuki and Toho is pretty much the same quality. With Miyuki, you get perhaps a few more colors what you would get in Toho, but the price of the Miyuki beads are much more expensive than Toho beads. So that's when we decided that which brand we're gonna stock. I stuck with Toho because it's a really lovely quality beads, and the price is probably about 20% cheaper than Miyuki to sort of buy and sell. And it's, I think sometimes it doesn't really, you know, it's the same. Like if you want to buy Swarovski crystals, or if you, they're in, like, you know, there's really high quality Chinese crystals as well now, which are just as much sparkly. So it's really what you want. But I love Toho seed beads. I got so many colors of them in my pots. So you can, I love playing with them. And the colors as well. I mean, these, how we created these ombre colors are, you know, it's all the same finish seed bead. So it's all these sort of milky silver lined seed beads. So there is inside the seed bead itself, there is a silver lined seed bead, but because the glass what they have on the top is not 100% clear like it is with the silver lined seed beads, you get this lovely hazy effect of them, which I really love. So these are size 8. So if you have never done tubular herringbone before, this is the perfect, I suppose, kit to start with, because they're just a little bit larger. Do keep a really tight tension with them, because then, you know, if you, the tighter tension you keep, the more even your beading is going to be. You are beading in 3D here, but it's quite easy one. So even if you're beginner, start with this size 8s, because you can see them better as well. They're just a little bit bigger to work with. And even if you just make, you know, practice the stitch with sort of just one color, don't worry about blending the colors yet. You can always, you know, cut your sample up. Angela saying, I have learned by trial and error, and I tend to buy Toho beads. As I said, craft seed beads are great. Because they like cheap. So for the same price, what do you get? 10 gram in Tohos, you would get probably almost 100 gram in the craft seed beads. And when we're doing the garden decorations, for example, that was like, you know, for that it doesn't really matter. You don't need your high quality seed beads, you need volume. So for that it's perfect to use the craft seed beads. But if you want to do something like stitching like this, you do need a really good quality, because you want that stitch to look really really even, and sort of the beads to sit side by side nicely. I think Jane was saying, do Toho do their version of Delicas? Yes, they do, but I think Delica beads are much more known, which is Delica is manufactured by Miyuki, so that's why we do stock Delicas. They're very similar in shape and actually very similar in size as well, so you can do pretty much everything with the Toho version as you can do with Delica beads themselves. But Delicas, I guess, just a bit more known. And when you're looking for patterns, and there's so much patterns out there for Delica beads. Oh, Maurice saying, morning, late today, walk the dog. And the Toho version is called Treasure. of Delica beads. I think all the factories, they make sort of all sorts of different beads, and you know, I love using the 4mm cubes from Toho. They make triangles, they make bugle beads, they make drop beads, loads of different ones. And what's nice about it as well, that if you buy the different sizes of seed beads or different shapes of beads, you do get the color pretty much consistent in there. Sometimes you can have like a little bit of a shade difference because perhaps it was made in a different time of the year, but usually it's pretty much the same color. And I sort of love it because we do deal with Toho, so we do order from Toho direct, and certain colors, they only make certain time of the year, and I think it's to do with temperature. So it's sometimes you have to wait many months for our Toho order. But I love it. So as you can see, I've been doing this not really that long. How long have been? Oh gosh, we've been here for 40 minutes. So this is what happens when time flies. When I'm doing something like this stitch, what I really like, I can just sit here and keep on doing it and forget about everything else. And Marion is asking, what's the difference between Delica and Toho? So Delica is a type of bead. It's a cylinder bead. I think I got some just here. I'll show you just in a sec. So Delica bead, they are more cylinder in shape. Let me just grab one. I've got a little box of them here. No, I want this one. So they are cylinder in shape, and if I pick one out, I can put it on my, these are size 11. So they're more like a tubular shape. Can you see? And they got quite large holes as well. So they are the Delica beads. Your seed beads are more rounded at the edge. And Delica beads are manufactured by Miyuki. And the seed beads we're using here are manufactured by Toho. Diana is asking, could the weight of the bead storage be put on the storage info for the round storage boxes? Yes, I'll get that done, but I can tell you, so this size, this is the largest one we have. I usually stick the number of the seed bead on there so I know what color is that exactly. These are hold about 45 to 50 gram seed beads, so this is the largest one we do. They come in trays of 12. Then we have another storage box which is just a little bit smaller than this one. So I got, let me just grab this out. I'm so organized here, I got them on the shelf. So this one is just a little bit smaller to what I showed you, but it still holds 12. This one holds about 25 to 30 grams of seed beads, depending on what size of seed beads you put on there. We got these ones, but I think they might be out of the stock on the website today. This one has got 30 storage tubes in there, and these only hold about 9-10 gram of beads. And we have got another one, which is these ones. Again, these ones have 12 in there, but the boxes are smaller. So these hold about 15 grams of seed beads in there. These are the Toho bugle beads, by the way. So that's all the different storage boxes we have. And we have got a very tiny ones. I haven't got that one here. That holds about 5 gram of seed bead. So that's perhaps for Toho's or something which is sort of a more pricey one. Sarah is asking, are you doing sets today? Yes, I'm doing. So we made kits up for these ombre bracelets. The reason we did that, because sometimes when you look at the colors on the website, they're not, the pictures, depending on what computer or laptop, or you know what device you're looking at, the colors might become up differently. So I really wanted to put something together which is going to give you the perfect effect with these lovely beads. So these are all these sort of milky silver lined finishes. Excuse me, I'm gonna need to take a sip of my coffee. And we done, this one is aqua to teal. So you start with your, well, you can blend it whichever way you like. I started another bracelet with this one and I blended it slightly differently, but I didn't like that color in the middle was lighter from the color on either side of it, so I changed it around and did it a little bit differently. So I wanted to have the perfect blends for you. So we got 5 kits, 5 different color kits on the website. Each of these you get 6 gram each of the colors. So you get 5 times 6 gram size 8 seed beads. You also get a mix of the size 6s there for your ends, and you get 5 of the toggle clasp. So you got aqua to teal, you got purple to violet, you got yellow to red, you got pink to rose, I love this one as well, and you got your clear to blue. They all really lovely colors. And we also doing, and I'm gonna have to pick it up very carefully because I haven't got the tops on those tubes. Sorry, wobbling camera. No, it's a bit heavy because there is about 50 gram of seed beads on each one of these tubes. So we also did, because many of you asked for mixed colored packs, mixed colors of seed beads, and a lot of you working with rainbow colors at the moment. So what I did, I listened. It did take me a couple of weeks to sort it out, but what I did is to have 4 different finish of rainbow packs. So we got silver lined here on the side, which is these are all size 11 Toho seed beads. So this is your high quality Japanese seed beads, which I got like lovely silver line inside and the clear color glass around it. Then we got our rainbow one, which is, I call it rainbow, but we call the AB rainbow on the website. This one has got that lovely Aurora Borealis finish. You again get all 7 colors in your kit. Then we have a matte finish, which is I wanted to do this matte finish because some of you perhaps doing jewelry for you know, more sort of a unisex or male-oriented jewelry, and I think the matte finish is perfect for that. And when I come across this lovely pearl shine as well, I had to have these pastel colors because I love working with pastel colors as well. So these are all on the website today. Now you get the 7 times 10 gram bags of eye colorway, so either pastel, either the matte or the Aurora Borealis one or the silver lined one. On the website you get 7 bags for the price of 6. So that's I will be doing quite a few bits of pieces, and packs like this are perfect to get because you can always go back and use them. Like yesterday we used the pearl bundle that Sarah had last week, and we actually used the speckled bundle as well, the speckled bead bundle what I had on a couple of weeks ago. So we keep coming back and using these seed beads. Now what I want to talk you through again, if you just joined us and you want to know how to do this lovely stitch, and then I'm going to move along and show you how to do the twisted version. So that it's very crucial, I suppose, to start the right way with the bracelet. So we just started picking up these 2 larger size 6 seed beads, went through the loop on our clasp, then we came back up, picked up 2 seed beads, back again, picked up another 2 seed beads, and that's given us 4 seed beads to work with at the top. So if you look at from above, we got, I always like to turn it so my thread is coming out of the top right seed bead, and all you need to do is to pick up 2 seed bead. As you're coming up on the top right, you're going to go down on the bottom right. So I'm just going down towards my tail with 1, going through 1 seed bead, and pull this up tight. And then I'm gonna come up through the bottom left seed bead, just one seed bead. And at this point I like to turn it. So again, I'm back to my starting position. My thread is right up the top right corner. I'm gonna pick up 2 seed beads. I'm gonna go down 1 seed bead. And then I'm gonna go come up through 2 seed beads and pull it up tight. And that's given us 4 seed beads on the top again. I'm gonna turn it. And I'm going to go into my next color, which is this lighter color. I'm going to come down 1, go up 1, pull this up tight, turn it, pick up another 2. I'm going to go down 1 and go up 2 this time. So when I'm adding the first set of 2 seed beads, I'm going down 1 and up 1, and then when I'm adding the second set of seed beads, I'm gonna go down 1 and up 2. That's it. Julie's asking, will you be doing bundle of size 8 seed beads? Not at the moment. We just sort of launched the size 11 ones. The ombre, I guess, in this ombre bracelets, you do get 5 different colors of the same finished seed bead, and they look quite well because you can blend them together really nicely. Let me just put, which one, this one, next to the aqua. So in the kits today, they are $14.99. They will make 5 bracelets for you. Or well, if you make them, I always sort of size the bracelets up on my wrist size, and I have got sort of a larger wrist than normal, I guess, because nothing really fits me from the shop. But if you got a smaller wrist, you probably more out of it. You just might need another clasp or 2 perhaps from your stash. So you got yellow to red, you got purple to violet, you got aqua to teal, you got rose to pink, and then you got clear to blue. So they are 5 different sets on the website. They're $14.99. You get 5 colors of the seed beads, and you get the larger seed beads in there as well, the size 6s for you to work with. Now let me show you how to do the twisted version. These I done it on a size 11 seed beads, and this is the silver lined rainbow pack. So it looks really lovely. I just sort of put on each row, I added a different color and just kept repeating it all the way through, so you get this lovely rainbow finish. Now I started another bracelet then, because I knew how many seed bead I needed for the perfect fit for my hand. I started another bracelet, and let me just bring this in, where the colors, I done more of that, done 15 rows of one color, and then I moved on to the next color and done 15 rows of that, moved on to the next color. And then at the edges, I sort of blended them a little bit, just to sort of, but you can blend them more if you like, or you can have a straight cut finish like we have with the ombre ones. So I just done 2 rows on one color and then moved on, 2 rows on one color, then moved on. But with this one, again, this is a twisted version as well. Now the twisted version, how this comes about, and I'm gonna need those blue seed beads. So let me just grab some of these. You're doing the same stitch on both steps. So let's turn it, that we're coming out the top. I'm gonna pick up 2 of my seed beads. I'm gonna come down on 1 and go up on 1. And then in the next, I'm gonna turn it again. In the next row, I'm going to do the same. So I'm going to pick up 2, I'm going to come down 1, and I'm only going up on 1. And keep going on like that all the way through. So with the ombre, because we wanted to do a straight version, we come down on 1, going up at 1, and then come down on 1 and going up at 2. But here, we're only doing 1 bead on both steps. So when you're making the twisted version, I guess this is why this is a little bit easier, because you're doing the same thing. So you don't have to, you haven't got alternation of how many beads you have to come up through. You're always coming up, going down on one and coming up one. So that's the difference between the twisted and the straight versions. When I make necklaces, I like to do them twisted. And when I make bracelets, I do like them, well, I like them both ways, but with the ombre ones, I just prefer them straight because they're slightly larger seed beads and just really great to work with. Oh, Linda's saying, hi Kitty, love the new kits. Would I be able to get a necklace and 2 bracelets from this, please? So the ombre kit is enough to make 5 bracelets, I guess. So you would be able to get 2 necklaces, I guess, or a necklace and 3 bracelets. But it's, again, it's depending on the size, what you're doing them for. Because I like to wear my necklaces longer as well. My bracelets, I like to wear them loose as well. So I always make them a little bit bigger. I don't like them tight. Linny's saying, morning late again. Oh, lovely. Never mind. You're here now. So we're doing tubular herringbone today. This is the twisted version, and I'm using, we just added some seed bead packs to the website. So this is the Silverland Rainbow seed bead pack. Oh gosh, if you had the seed bead pack, it doesn't contain your thread or doesn't contain your clasp like the ombre ones. It's just the seed beads themselves. So you get 70 grams of the seed beads, but you would be able to make a lot of bracelets, probably about 10-14 bracelets from those pack of seed beads, definitely, depending obviously on the size, and necklaces as well. So we got 4 different finishes. This is the silver line. We got the matte finish, we got the AB rainbow, and we got the pastel rainbow, which I absolutely love. But I love doing those both ways, I guess. At the moment, I guess I'm a bit more partial to the ombre bracelets because I just been making them. And I suppose as a designer, when people ask me, oh, what's your favorite piece of jewelry or what you like to make the most? It's always the current projects. It's always what I'm working on. I guess that's what you're the most excited about it. But with those ombres, I absolutely love the working the colors and blending the colors. And you're doing a very simple stitch, going around doing the same thing, but because you're blending the colors, you just got so many different options. Sue's saying, I'm having computer problems, keep losing connection, can't find the beads you use on Totally site, please help. Are they square? No, they're not. They are seed beads. They're size 8 seed beads. What we used in the ombre. These ones are size 11 seed beads. So these ones, the size 11 ones, we just done them as a seed bead packs because hush hush, we're gonna do a flat spiral again some point because somebody asked for it, had to add the ends on and they missed the video, so I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to use these lovely rainbow seed beads later on with them. We also had pearl bundles on there previously. Sarah was doing them, now I used them yesterday as well, and I'm going to use those as well. So we're going to keep using these bundles, what we're doing again. So if you go on the website, which is totallybeads.co.uk, either by the category on the side, or if you press on the category button on the top, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here. There is so many different categories here, but there's one called Facebook tutorials, and if you click on that, it then will take you to the page what we set up for all these lovely Facebook tutorials. So what you have here is that is today's ones, and then every other one going back through sort of what we did over the last 10 weeks, I guess. All the different projects are in there. So let's have a look at Sarah's beaded ring. When you open that, we got some of the products, what she used in that video there. So if you haven't got them, you can purchase them. But if you click on this lovely blue button at the top, it will bring up the video itself. Yeah, there we go. Bring up the video itself where she just perhaps my connection is a little bit slow today, where she was doing the rings, and then you can go in, and if you fast forward, we can see that she's doing the rings right there. So that's what, well, how do I exit this now? I'm not really so good with technology. If I click, no, I don't want to save the video, oopsie. There we go. That's it. So we're going to go back. Yeah. So back to our website. So on our website, on today's one, which if I go to the top, it's always at the top. That's the tubular herringbone. And if you go in there, you will find all what the free PDF is only free for today. So as you can see, it's £0. You do need to add it to your basket, check it out, and then it will be automatically emailed to you. And then we got the seed bead pack. So there is your pastel color. It should be $13.30, but it's $10.99 because we give you 7 bags for the price of 6. Again, your matte one should be $16.20, which is called Frosted Rainbow, and it's $12.99. And your AB rainbow should be $13.60. It's $10.99. Your silver lined rainbow is $9.99 instead of $11.70, and you got the ombre kits at the top, so you got 5 different colors of the bracelets I did. And the great thing about that, if I go in, so you get those exact colors, you get 5 toggle clasp, you get 5 different colors of the seed bead. But why am I showing it on a picture when I can show you on the real sample? So you get 5 different colors, and you can sort of blend them the way you like of the same finish of the seed bead, because that sometimes is quite hard to find, that you might have 2 or 3 colors in one finish, but if you mix the finishes together, perhaps it's not going to look as good. When you have the same finishes but different shades, it really gives you a very nice finish on your bracelet. So it's 5 different colors. That's aqua to teal, clear to blue, pink to rose, or rose to pink, then the purple to mauve. I love this one as well. I need to make a bracelet out of that for myself as well. And then you got your yellow to red. Now, saying that, across all these kits, you got the colors of the rainbows in there as well. So once you get your kits, you know, you can do whatever you like with it really, and you can make loads of different combinations with us. You can mix the colors as well, so you don't have to stick to the colors how I put them together. We had really great fun with Lucy putting them all together. So that's it. It's really easy. So if you just joined us, I'm showing the size 11 now, which is, this is the twisted version. You're doing the same stitch over and over again. You're picking up 2 seed beads. Let's get this end out. You're going down 1 and up 1. You're always working the top 4 seed beads there. And you just keep repeating and going round doing the same thing. I like to, once you get into the hang of it, you can go down and up, because until you stitch the next row on, the row underneath is slightly in an angle, so you can quite easily go down and up in the same stitch, saving you time. And I always turn it, pick up another 2, so my starting point is always on the top right, and just keep going around and doing the same stitch. So this is the size 11 rainbow pack, but then the ombre ones, I did a straight version because they are slightly larger beads, and I'm going to actually show you to put the 2 next to each other. So these are size 11 beads, so you can see they are smaller, and they are size 8 beads, but they're still a really nice bracelet size. So I suppose the finished bracelet is like 6mm in width, and here the finished bracelet is about just over 4mm in width. So that's the difference. For is there a tutorial for Lucy's ring? I'm not sure what you mean. Sarah did a herringbone stitched ring a few weeks ago, and that's on our page. So if you go into Facebook tutorials and scroll down, you can find it there easier. It's also, all these videos do stay on our Facebook page, and for like, we don't take them off. You have to go onto the main page and keep scrolling down so you can find them. But I think because we've done so many of them over the past 10 weeks, that's why we wanted to set up a page where you can find everything on the same page and you know where you are. Because like with Facebook or Pinterest or anything, YouTube, I go on there and I get lost in 2 minutes and I forget what I was looking for originally. So at least on our website, everything is there on the same page. And you can still download PDFs for previous days, but obviously they go back up to full price, because we do sell them between sort of 99p to $3.99. So they go back to their normal price. It's only free on the day to download if you got one. So do share the video with your friends and family so they can get the free PDFs as well today. As well, I think it's really nice to get new people into the crafting, because things like this, if you look at it in a shop, you would think it's really difficult and like you wouldn't be able to do it. I'm going to put this on the side and I'm going to come back to the rainbow one just to show you one more time, the ombre one, sorry, how to do it. Just pick these beads out of the way, because it's just slightly different stitch, because we are trying to create a straight version here. So some places there is no written instructions, because it wasn't a kit, it wasn't something what we did previously. It was something like, especially those rings, your video is your tutorial, because we haven't made that into a kit. That was a brand new thing what Sarah came up with, a brand new idea, and she did it in the video. So you have to watch the video, I'm afraid, to get the full tutorial. But she shows everything from, she made it from beginning to end, so you can see what she's doing. Oh, but you're saying, really looking forward to get beading when I get back home. I have got loads of parcels waiting for me. Thank you for a lovely video, Kitty and Simon, and of course the lovely Simon. Thank you. That's so nice. If you haven't joined any of our Facebook groups, do check them out. They're on our Totally Beads Facebook page. You do have to ask to join, and but I'm looking at them every day, so do get in there quite quickly. There's so many lovely people sharing their ideas and their makes. There is nothing too easy, I guess. Sometimes less is more, and just sometimes you just need inspiration, I guess. And a place like that is really great, because it helps you to, you know, like sometimes when I go to some of the big shows, used to go to the big NEC shows, I see card making or crocheting or felting, any other craft, but you don't really sometimes you don't think of doing something with either what you have or what you want to buy until somebody sits there and demonstrates to you and say, oh, well, actually you could do this or you could do that. So that's why it's great in the groups. And if you have a question, you can always ask. Somebody will answer it, but I'm on there sort of every day and will answer your question. You can also message me or message on my page or Totally Beads and get back to you. Right, so that's it really. There is nothing much else I can show you. As you can see, we already have maybe about 5 inches here in length, and it grows quite quickly because you are using larger beads as well. The kits are $14.99 on the website. They will make you 5 bracelets. We've got 5 clasps in there. You get 5 different colors of this all the 5 different colors of this lovely seed beads, and some of these seed beads are quite expensive separately as well, I have to say. But they're really nice quality. They're silver lined, but they got this milky hazy finish to them. And you can blend your colors. So if you don't want to go into the aqua, you can just do the teal colors if you like. It's really up to you. So that's it for me. Let me just turn you back around. Oh gosh, we've been here over an hour again. It's me. Sorry. When I start beading, I always lose sort of any notion of time. It's like last night I was here until 11 o'clock. I was supposed to do the Facebook Live on my page, which is Kitty Robinson Design, at 7, and I was beading until 11 o'clock and went up to bed, got ready to bed. I got into bed and I was like, oh no, I forgot it. So I'm going to do it tonight on my page. So if you do want, it's just sort of telling you about a little bit more personal about my week. And 7 o'clock, I did set an alarm on my phone, so I will remember today. So if you got any questions, you can always message in or ask. I will go through this video later on, and if any questions what I didn't answer, I will get back to you and I will write back to you on there so you can check it out. Thank you so much for watching. If you make anything, or if you try anything, or even if you don't buy any of our kits, but you got own beads at home, because that's that's the reason why we started all these videos in the first place. So you can, I've got so much beads here. I do need to use them up to give you the inspiration to do different techniques, and I do put pictures up there because I love to see it. So I suppose you feel like a proud mummy. I always call it a proud mummy moment when I see other people taking the inspiration what we give them and taking it further and do all sorts of weird and wonderful and really nice designs with them. It's really, really nice to see them. I suppose me and Sarah both like to check it out. So thank you so much for watching. Do have a lovely Sunday. It's going to be me tomorrow. I had a few messages yesterday about these bracelets, and at the moment I'm in a process of setting up what we're going to be doing over the next month, and I went through with quite a few techniques with Sarah as well. But I had a few messages yesterday because we're doing the necklaces yesterday, which I finished mine and I was going to wear, but then I got a little bit sunburnt and I need to wear something sort of cooling today, and I'm not sitting in the sun as well. So I finished my necklace yesterday, but I had a couple of messages on Facebook to how to do the bracelets themselves. So tomorrow, these are elasticated bracelets. We're going to go back and use our bundle of pearls, and we're going to use, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's a very similar way how we did the necklaces, but obviously these are elastic, very easy to do, put on and to take off. So I'm going to show you, we're going to go back to the roses and have a bit more play with them tomorrow. So that's, we're going to go back and complete our set because we made the necklace yesterday, so we're gonna make the bracelets tomorrow. They're so lovely beads, these roses, so effective, and especially now the weather is better, we're all wearing sort of short sleeve t-shirts and everything else, so you can show off your lovely makes. So that's it for me today. Do have a lovely day. I will see you tomorrow. Sarah's gonna be back on Tuesday. She's at the studios today, I think. She might be at the studios tomorrow as well, and she will be back with you on Tuesday. And that's it really. Keep on crafting, share the pictures, share the video as well, because I really would like to get loads of new people into the crafting, because something like this, what we did yesterday, if you walk into the department store and you see that and you think, oh, I wouldn't never be able to make this piece because it looks really difficult. But in reality, it's a really easy peasy to make. Do check out the videos, yesterday's video as well, if you like to see that one. So that's it for me today. I will see you tomorrow. Have a lovely Sunday, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.